upon the subject of education. I can only say that I view it as the most important subject which we as a people may be engaged in. With this quote from Abraham Lincoln, we welcome you to another edition of this wonderful program on Radio Education Today. Education Today is a program that aims to call the attention of the public to education matters as they affect the effective running of the educational system and the achievement of educational goals. This comes on air every Saturday on this station, Light Radio. I am Nima Ibrahim.
Our goal is to educate, inform, orientate, and entertain the society on educational matters, address issues affecting the educational system, influence public opinion, and drive effective educational policy, direction to guide the formulators and implementers. For your comments, questions, and contribution, you can reach us on Facebook via www.facebook.com/lightradio, on X at Light Radio, on Instagram Light_radio, on YouTube Light Radio. You can also call or send a message to us via SMS or WhatsApp on 08097 384000. We'll go on a quick break now. When we return, the program continues. Please stay with us.
Never know what your plate on. The Columbian Jenny Giga, the Columbian de Poala, and the Puny Obiwa. Never know what your plate on. And the Puny Obiwa. Never know what your plate on.
If you just joined in, you are listening to Education Today on Light Radio. We kick off with the new segment with Nima. Hello, Nima.
Hello, Aisha. Good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the news on Education Today, reaching you live from Light Radio. I am Nima Ibrahim. First, the headlines. As his protest, Tinubu orders review of varsity governing councils. Kano government to set up committee to investigate mass examination failure. Court grants Muslim students right to wear hijab in University of Ibadan school. And on the foreign scene, UK to introduce mandatory English test for migrant graduates. Now the details. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday mandated a comprehensive review of the recently announced governing boards for Nigeria's tertiary institutions. This directive precedes the planned inauguration and retreat for the nominees. The President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, announced in a State House statement titled, President Tinubu directs comprehensive review of governing boards of tertiary institutions. Ononuga furthermore highlighted that the nominations failed to reflect the federal character of the country, with discrepancies such as some states receiving only one nomination while others had multiple appointees. The directive for a review followed significant public backlash, including protests from the Academic Staff Union of Universities and the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics. The Nigerian Kano State government has inaugurated a committee to investigate the mass failure in the recently concluded qualifying examinations for senior secondary schools. This was contained in a statement signed by the Director of Public Enlightenment Ministry of Education, Balarabe Abdullahi Kiru, a copy made available on Wednesday in Kano to pressmen. It then stated that the committee's terms of reference include determining the extent of the examination failures, examining the causes of the mass failure, and assessing whether there was compliance with the established procedures for releasing the results. Also, the statement said that the committee will look into how private students participated in the examination. As a way to ensure that school children are equipped with the knowledge and requisite skills that will make them marketable and function well in the world of work, the federal and state governments have expressed readiness to review the current school curriculum. To this end, the officials from the federal and state ministries of education across the country who are in charge of research and resource centers are currently converging in Lagos for a two-day conference to brainstorm on the way out of the current narrative. The forum, hosted by the Lagos State Government in conjunction with the Nigeria Educational Research and Development Council (NERDC), has its theme as repositioning education, innovation, and service centers to address trends and on curriculum reform for economic growth in Nigeria. Speaking at the opening session on Tuesday, the Executive Secretary of NERDC, Professor Ismail Junaidu, expressed delight that expertise in education research and resource activities across the Federation are brought together once again for a roundtable discourse that will proffer a common solution to the pressing challenges facing products of Nigerian schools in the global labor market. Lastly, it decried the current narrative, positing that it is not a good narration that Nigeria still relied on a curriculum that is more than 10 years old in this knowledge-driven economy. Female Muslim students of the University of Ibadan International School, Ibadan ISI, have been granted the right to wear the hijab on top of their school uniforms by the Oyo State High Court sitting in Ibadan, the state capital. Female Muslim students and their parents had dragged the school and some principal officers of the institution to court following a 2018 controversy over the usage of hijab by female students. Ruling on the lawsuits on Wednesday, May 22nd, Justice Moshood Ishola held that the school, as a public institution, should allow female Muslim students to wear the hijab. He added that the school does not have the right to deny the students the fundamental human right. Ishola also said he based all his verdicts on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and other charters which grant freedom of religion and association. In his words, neither the school staff nor its agents have the right to punish students for using the hijab on the school premises or outside of the school. And on the foreign scene, migrant graduates who go to the UK through the graduate route will soon need to take mandatory English tests every year. This change is part of a new government plan to make sure only the best and brightest stay in the UK. The cabinet is set to approve these new rules for the scheme, which now allows foreign students to work in the UK for 2 years after they graduate. It is said that the new policy will also affect universities and colleges with high dropout rates, as these institutions will lose the ability to recruit international students. Additionally, the Home Office will targets recruiting agents who mislead foreign students into leaving their degrees for low-paying jobs, often below minimum wage, as government sources say the revised graduate route scheme is part of a larger effort to tighten immigration rules. Lastly, this move comes after news that Prime Minister Rishi Sunak plans to stop British universities from offering low-quality postgraduate courses to foreign students. That's all on the news for today, but before we go, a quick recap of the top stories. ASU's protest, Tinubu orders review of varsity governing councils. Kano government set up committee to investigate mass examination failure. Federal government states set to review school curriculum, hold conference in Lagos. Court grants Muslim students right to wear the hijab in University of Ibadan School. And on the foreign scene, UK to introduce mandatory English tests for migrant graduates. That's the news. It was compiled by Nima Ibrahim and edited by Said Aremu. Don't forget, for the coverage of your educational event, seminars, fairs, trainings, among others, you can reach us on 0702 507 4268, or you can send us an email via educationmediaservices@gmail.com. Education Today continues in a moment. Please stay with us. All right, welcome back. And that's all we can take on the news for today. Right now, we'll take the country in focus with Aremu Said. Good afternoon, Mr. Aremu.
Good afternoon, Miss Ibrahim. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Now, you have the floor.
Okay. You're welcome to the Country in Focus segment, where we consider a particular country of the world, its basic features, and most importantly, its educational system for the benefit of our listeners. I am Sahid Olanrewaju Aremu. Today, the country in focus is the United States of America. The United States of America, also known as the United States or simply America, is a North American nation with a rich and complex history. Here are some key points to understand its background. The land was originally inhabited by diverse indigenous tribes for thousands of years before European arrival. Their cultures, languages, and traditions continue to shape American identity. European explorers arrived in the 15th and 16th centuries, leading to colonization by British, French, Spanish, and Dutch powers. The colonization had a profound impact on the indigenous population and laid the foundation for the future nation. In the late 18th century, the 13 British colonies declared independence, sparking the American Revolutionary War of 1775 to 1783. Victory over the British led to the formation of the United States, the world's first modern democracy. The newly formed nation embarked on a period of westward expansion, acquiring land through purchase, treaties, and conflicts. This expansion shaped the nation's geography, demographics, and cultural identity. The mid-19th century saw the Civil War of 1861 to 1865, a brutal conflict over slavery and states' rights. The war's aftermath, known as Reconstruction, aimed to rebuild the South and establish civil and legal rights for black Americans. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw rapid industrialization and a surge in immigration from Europe and Asia. This transformed the American economy and society, creating a melting pot of cultures. The USA played a pivotal role in both world wars, emerging as a global superpower in the aftermath. The Cold War, with the Soviet Union, further solidified its position on the world stage. The USA continues to grapple with issues of social justice, economic inequality, and its role in a changing world order. However, it remains a land of opportunity, diversity, and innovation. The U.S. educational system is a complex, decentralized network with a mix of public, private, and religious institutions. Here is a breakdown of the structure. Preschool and kindergarten programs are not universally mandated but are increasingly recognized for their importance. Public schools, funded by local and state governments, are the primary form of education for most children. These schools offer a standardized curriculum but vary in quality and resources depending on the location. Private schools exist alongside public schools, but they offer alternative educational philosophies and are often higher than public schools. In terms of cost, the USA boasts a wide range of prestigious universities and colleges. Public universities offer a more affordable option, while private institutions often come with higher tuition fees. The higher education system plays a crucial role in driving innovation and research. Standardized testing and curriculum requirements are a source of ongoing debate in the United States educational system. While some argue for national standards, others advocate for local control over education. There are significant disparities in educational opportunities and outcomes based on race, socioeconomic status, and location. Addressing these inequalities remains a major challenge for the United States government. Public schools often struggle with insufficient funding, impacting class sizes, teacher salaries, and access to resources. The role of private schools and school choice is another point of contention. Some view it as fostering competition and innovation, while others see it as exacerbating educational inequalities. The United States is a nation built on ideals of democracy, individual liberty, and opportunity. Its history is a testament to both its triumphs and its struggles. The U.S. educational system plays a critical role in shaping future generations and ensuring a well-informed citizenry. As the nation continues to evolve, tackling educational inequalities and ensuring access to quality education for all will remain paramount for all the levels of the government. That's it on the Country in Focus segment for today. I hope you have learned something about the United States. I remain Sahid Olanrewaju Aremu. Education Today continues in a moment. Please stay with us.
That was the country in focus, and right now we will take the profession of the week with Aisha. Good afternoon, Aisha.
Good morning.
You have the floor.
Good day and welcome again to the segment for the profession of the week. I am Aisha Hussein. Here we x-ray a particular profession or field of human endeavor within the educational sector, and I will be telling you what it is about, the knowledge and education required for admission into tertiary institutions of the academy. Radiography is a medical image technique that uses x-rays by University and University of Nigeria, among others. This role involves operating imaging equipment to help diagnose and treat medical conditions. X-ray technologist. This role involves following established pediatric scanning protocols and documenting necessary information. Radiologic technologist. This role in CT technologist. This role involves performing prescribed CT scan and radiologic procedure for administrative support for diagnostic radiology, clinical staff, client and technical support teams. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median annual wage for radiology is $83 per year. Several factors can influence a radiographer's salary, including education certificate, Cardinal State University, and Leeds City University, to mention a few. BTME subject combination needed to study radiography under the Faculty of Medical, Pharmaceutical, and Health Sciences in the above listed university include physics, chemistry, and biology. For O-level, you require 5 SSC credit pass in English language, math, biology, physics, and chemistry. And that's it on the profession of the week for today. I am Aisha Hussein. Education today continues shortly. Please stay with us. You are still on Education Today on Light Radio, and we have some guests in the studio from Teens Triangle.
Teenage Triangle.
Teenage Triangle, an NGO operating here in Lagos State. I have you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Muchitaba Akinola. I'm the co-founder of Teenage Triangle.
Okay, so he's here to talk to us about Teenage Triangle and what they do. So I would just ask you, what is Teenage Triangle and what is the organization into?
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. As I said earlier, I'm Muchitaba Akinola, and Teenage Triangle is an education hub that is created in 2019 for the purpose of reorientating the youth about the essence of education, and also to expose them to different means of life of livelihood aside academics, and also to create a community for them to thrive better, and also to be better for themselves and also the society. So that is what Teenage Triangle does.
Okay, so Teenage Triangle is to reform the society from the little ones, catching them young, kind of.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're having a program coming up soon. What's the program? And what is it about? What do you aim with the program?
Thank you so much. The program we're having soon is coming up by June 8th and 9th.
Okay.
And the program is what we could tag as Teen Career Hangout. This is an avenue where we bring teenagers from all spheres of life together to come and orientate them about different things. Number one, the essence of academics. In the world we are today, a lot of teenagers have been orientated about academics. Nobody wants to go to school. We have this slogan of school is scam.
Okay.
And also, some people feel like, okay, I just need to go to school to get a job. So we want to expose them to the fact that academics is important, and there are also things you need to get aside that can give you livelihood aside academics. Because when we talk about schooling